This is Jake with TEC, the Energy Conservatory, with an update on a new feature we've just added to the DG-1000. The DG-1000 now comes with a sleep mode, where you can turn the gauge on or put it into sleep with the click of a button, similar to what you'd expect with a cell phone or tablet. All new gauges are being shipped with this capability, and it's available for free to all DG-1000 users when you update to the newest version of the software. Now, if you haven't updated your gauge in a while, don't worry, we'll include a QR code at the end of this video that'll step you through that process so you can get your gauge updated in a matter of minutes. The new sleep mode is easy to use. Simply press the power button on the top of the gauge to put it to sleep and instantly wake the gauge by pressing the power button again, or simply tapping on the screen. We designed sleep mode to save you the time waiting for the gauge to power up and to extend the time between the charges. We went a step further and included some under the hood features so you can customize the gauge to get the most out of every charge. In the settings menu, in addition to the existing auto off feature, you're also going to see an auto sleep option, which automatically puts the gauge to sleep after a set amount of time from when you touched the screen last. For those of you connecting the gauge to Auto Test or TrueFlow apps or the TEC software, or if you're using the gauge in long-term data logging mode, don't worry, those functions will override your preferences here, so your test won't be interrupted by the gauge going to sleep when you don't want it to. Personally, I like having the screen on my gauge really bright, so my preference is to set the screen brightness to 100%, the auto dim function to 5 minutes, and then the auto sleep to 10 minutes. That way I can walk away from the gauge and know that it's not burning up battery unnecessarily, but when I come back, it's got all my settings just the way they were when I left. When the gauge is in sleep mode, it's using very little power, so depending on your usage, a charge will now last over 2 days. But eventually you are going to run low on battery, so we added in another feature that when the gauge is in sleep mode and gets to 10%, it will automatically shut itself off. The thinking here is that if you haven't used the gauge in a few days, we want to make sure that you have at least enough battery to run one test before you need to find your charger and get the gauge charged up. Okay, well that is the sleep mode feature for the DG-1000. We really do hope that that helps a little bit in your day-to-day routine. We've also made some tweaks to the speed and the robustness of the Bluetooth connection between the DG-1000 and the Auto Test app, so we hope that helps as well. Both of these features came from customer feedback. We really appreciate that, so keep the feedback coming, and thanks.